Hey guys. Hey Marilee, Jennifer, Diane, Violet, and Lexi. How have you been, Marilee? Happy that you finally got a notification, Jennifer. Hey Brandy. Hey Samantha. Hey Debbie. Hi Bree Angel. We're good. Been doing good. Got a lot of things going on right now. In a good aspect.
So the way that you
Oh, it's okay, Marilee. I'm happy you're here tonight. Hi Paula. Hey Tori. Okay, well, I finally got an email back from Patreon today, so that's nice. But I'll go over that a little bit more once there's more people in here. I talked about it a little bit already, but hello, Emily. How have you guys been today? How's your day going along? I did Violet. I believe that we have 11 in right now. I have to go check again. That's what we were at. I don't know. I think I checked like I don't know, I can't remember, a couple hours ago maybe. I did message, like I said before, I did message all of the people that were interested, back when we were still doing TikTok. So there was a lot of people that messaged interested that when we did it, if I could send them an application. So I did go through all of those messages and send them out. It's about 50 people. So I don't really know how many people did get back, but I did see your application, Violet. So yes, it is in there. We're gonna probably end that by the end of the week, like accepting applications just for right now. Since we already have 11, which means that there's going to most likely be 2 classes so far. And then once we get past that, we will continue to keep going. Yeah. Yes, I know, Violet. Don't you worry, girl. I got you. 11. Okay, cool. Oh, Dakota. Okay, Mackenzie. Sounds good. Really, Violet, was it good? I always wanted to do that. I just feel like it's so hard. I actually have made a homemade pizza when I took a culinary class in high school, but it wasn't that good. That's awesome. I just feel like the pizza dough part is probably the hardest. But we made it like with yeast and stuff so that it would rise, and then like we finished it like the next day. Something like that. And I just wanted to say thank you to the people that shared the video on Facebook. I did see, I think, 2 people share it. I forgot who it was, and I apologize. But thank you guys for sharing the exposure video on Facebook. He's just making sure it's your time. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Mackenzie. Facebook is threatened jail. What? Violet? But thank you. I appreciate that. What? Thank you, Mackenzie. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're trying to get it to like 5K to see if that gets more reach. Like I said yesterday, because of TikTok, we're not really doing it. Oh, guys, wait, I'm gonna have to explain this later again. But guess what? So remember I told you our exposure video got taken down, right? And I peeled it, but I did not give a good explanation whatsoever. Like, I literally was just like, wow, really, guys, again, like, what are you for, pedophilia? Question mark. Sends it. Video gets appealed, and they post it back up. Like, I literally call them out, and they put the video back up. But when I actually give a good explanation, they don't want to put it back up. Like, I don't understand. But okay. Thank you, Lexi. Thank you, Paula. I appreciate that. Yeah, Paula, I am trying, like, really pushing for people that are, like, in New Jersey, because you're in New Jersey, too. You know, just because, you know, like that guy is from New Jersey, so like the more whatever more views it gets in New Jersey, like it makes the people that are around him aware of their surroundings more so. There were a few people that were actually from Galloway that had commented on it. They didn't say they knew him or anything, but they just said that they were from around there. A packet of salted caramel. Tim Tams are on the way to you, probably a few months. Oh, thank you, Kim. You're so sweet. I've never heard of Tim Tams, but I like salted caramel stuff, so I'm so excited. Hey, Alex. Right, Paula, right. It's very close to us, too. But it's crazy though, Paula, because we have actually talked to a lot of people that are from New Jersey. Originally when we first started, like I told you guys, we did, I can't even remember what it's called now, the one app that we were using that we stopped using. It's a popular one. I can't even remember it now because we don't use it anymore, but that one, we got a lot of people from New Jersey, one of them being a school teacher in North Jersey. But that account got taken down. Oh, Meet Me. That's what it was called, Meet Me. And we were talking to a lot of people from New Jersey, but we didn't successfully get all of them off of the app before they banned it. And I tried emailing them about it, and they basically said that they couldn't give us our account back. But yeah, there was a school teacher from North Jersey on that one. So like, it's scary because they're really everywhere. Like if we could talk to 20 people that are from New Jersey, like. And they're right around us, like, I mean, they're everywhere. We've talked to a lot of them from Texas, California, Pennsylvania, you know. Yes, Violet. Yeah, Paula. Craziness. Yeah, but I thought it was so crazy about that video that they gave back to us after, like, I called them out. Whatever. With the decoy class and everything, like, I mean, I'll explain it more when you take it, but we're going to start off small, and then, like, as time goes on, we're going to, like, expand it further, and you'll see what I mean, like, when Lexi and I and Jeff teach the class, but we got a plan for this. A big plan, but we got to start off small first. Small, mighty. Really, Brandy? I've heard so many of our Australian fam talk so good about it, so like I've been wanting to try it. I'm really excited about it, but so it's going to be a live class. So I'm not sure if we're going to use Zoom or Google Classroom yet, because I'm not 100% sure. I know Google Classroom is like free to use, but I don't know about Zoom. I like Zoom because it's more secure. I feel like I really don't know much about Google, but I've used Zoom a lot. I've used it for court and stuff like that. So I know that it's that, you know, if the court's using Zoom, then yeah. But I have to look more into the actual Zoom, but we were talking about just using Google Classroom, but I would rather use Zoom. It's definitely going to be live because, like, I know a lot of people are going to have questions, and I would rather, like, I know this sounds weird, but, like, I would rather see you guys and, like, know that you're paying attention, whereas if I give you a study guide or something, like, how am I going to know that you actually understand what it is? very, I don't know, I'm very like passionate about this. Like I'm super excited to actually teach it. So with regular Zoom, you'll be only to use it for, so you can only use it for 45 minutes. Yeah, that's not good enough. It's probably going to be a lot, I wouldn't say a lot longer, but I mean, I forget how many lessons there are that Lexi and I have come up with. I think there's like 12. Some of them are just short, like explanation of like certain things, and then other ones are like down to like a point where, you know, I'm gonna have you guys probably like have a notebook and paper and have everything like written down that like we need to go over and that you need to create for yourself. Obviously, so that you have that written down and you know that for yourself. And then like at the end of all of the lessons, I'll talk to you guys about all your questions and stuff, and then we'll go over like what you guys have come up with for your, let's just say, character or decoy, and see how you guys feel about it. And then after a week, we'll do like a, you know, a catch-up thing. You guys will have like a number for us so that you'll have like a number for us so that if you have like a question or something, there will be like emergency things where, you know, if certain things happen, like, and you need to contact us immediately. Like I said, I'll go over that more in the class. But yeah. Hey, Shanoa, oddly enough, I think I will understand this class perfectly, and a lot of people don't know, but I have almost 4 years on a bachelor degree in criminal justice. That's awesome, Violet. Props to you, girl. What do you plan on doing after you graduate? Yeah, I think so too, Ivy. I'm really excited about it. No, you're fine, Alex. I knew what you meant. But yeah, I'm definitely going to need more than 45 minutes, so then we're probably going to have to go with Google Classroom. What? That's great. Congrats to you, girl. You know, I always wanted to do, like I wanted to go to college, like, honestly, like, I'm, like, one of those people that wants to do everything. So I could never, like, pick something that I really wanted to do. Like, at one point I wanted to be a mechanic, and then I wanted to be a pastry chef, and I wanted to be a guidance counselor, and, like, there's just a lot of things that I'm passionate about. But this one, obviously, what we're doing now is one of my bigger ones, and, like, I've always wanted to be, like, a psychiatrist. But, like, to become a psychiatrist, you have to go to school for, like, 8 years. And, like, I get it, there's a lot that goes into it. But, like I've said before, like, with college, it's just, like, I feel like they teach you so much unnecessary stuff just to get your money. And it makes me mad. So, honestly, where I live, there's not much I can do with it at the moment because I have kids and they are established here. And, unfortunately, I have to put that on hold. Well, you know, what's funny about you saying that is I always thought that to myself too, like with psychology, like I always wanted to get a degree in it and then use it later on in life instead of now. But yeah, but they definitely, like, I don't see how you wouldn't be able to use it where you live. Like, I mean, what was your, like, main goal of, like, what you want to be? But I can kind of understand what you mean by, like, there's not much in your area. But you never know, something might pop up. Yeah, Ivy, it's just, like, I give people so much props for going to college at the same time, though, because, like, I know that it's a lot. I can tell by, like, people I know. Hello, Renee. Yeah, Violet, I thought about that too. It's like, you know, yes, it's very draining because you're having to listen to somebody. I mean, there's, I hate to say it, but this generation that's coming up, like, cries literally over a glass of spilled milk. So it's probably, like, I see people on Facebook that are, like, my cousins, or even, like, like my extended family, not like my close family, but like, you know, their kids and stuff, and they're all like, yeah, like I put my kids in, you know, whatever, therapy and blah, 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 but like they're putting them in therapy because of COVID and not being able to go to school. Like, I don't know. They just drag it out too much. I feel like it might not even be like as draining as it would be now than like when I would plan on actually doing it, because, I don't know. Hey, Jesus! I'm in school right now. My degree is psychology with education studies, but I'm taking a gap year after graduating to do my master's in school counseling. That's awesome, Alex. To be honest with you, like, Violet, that you speak of being an empath, like, I can't deter if I am one or not, you know? Like, I do feel things, like, a lot, like, energy-wise, but I don't really know if I am one. I don't really understand it to a whole extent. Right now, I stay with mom and I have my own business, and I'm starting to see a lot of my jewelry and soaps and other stuff like that. So I'm currently teaching my children how to understand and leadership abilities and stuff. That's so cool. Well, you're probably a dope mom. Can you be my mom? Hey, Jessica. That's awesome, Violet. I appreciate that. Yes, definitely when we have our little thingy thing. Really, Jessica, you did. I'm happy that you love it. It wasn't, honestly, it just wasn't how I expected it to come out, but so now that there's more of you on here, so I'm going to explain what I'm going to do. So for the next 2 months, because you get merch every 3 months, so for the next 2 months, I'm going to allow that merch perk to stay on there so that everybody that's on there as of right now will get that same exact merch item for the past 3 months, or the next 3 months, as I should say. And then after that, I'm going to cancel that plan completely. And then we're going to just distribute the merch to you guys and make them on our own, so we know like that they're good and they look good and you get them. Jeff and I weren't too happy with the way that they designed them. Originally the picture was supposed to be bigger than that and not up as high. It was supposed to be more down. But I don't know if maybe it was different for certain people, because I got a couple pictures from some people of it, and I don't know. I wasn't too happy with the way that it came out. I still think they're cute, but we're going to be making the merch from now on, and, you know, if we're making the merch, we'll have a bigger variety of, like, what we can give you guys based on what they had. They had, like, 5 options. They came out with a couple of new ones, but, like, they're just not, I don't know. They're just not, like, what I had expected. So I'm definitely going to, we're going to definitely be doing the merch from that point on. Really, Violet? That's awesome. 18 years and I have been in for 32 pretty much my whole life. That's crazy. It's okay, Jesus. We understand. I'm happy that you just come to our lives. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Diane. Well, I'm happy that you still like it, Jessica. Yeah, I definitely did not think it would be that small, but whatever. But like I said, for the next 2 months, it's going to be, I'm just going to give everybody, like, I don't know if I should just cancel it or not at this point. It's like, because, like, I don't know if the rest of the people that are supposed to get merch still want that same item, or, like, if we come out with something else, like, if they would prefer that over it. I have just started, I thought that was something else. Hey, Diane. Oh, I understand, Jesus. It's fine. Your name's pronounced Jesus, though, right? Or is it really Jesus? Hey, Steven. We're very good, Crystal. How are you? The design on the shirt was small, but the shirt was fine. Yeah, it's just a pain in the butt though. Like, even for like the merch that a couple people have bought hoodies, and I can't find the size that they want. Like, it's like every website I go to is out of like that specific size, and I'm waiting for them to get back in stock. Like the one that I was going to use, they literally had 2 sizes. Now they have every one except for that one. So I tried looking on other places. I don't know if like tomorrow I'm going to try to find like an actual store that sells like blank hoodies, and maybe try to get them from there, for the merch, because I couldn't find them, the sizes. It's gonna be like I get a hug from you every day. Oh, bless you. Have you tried Zazzle? I have not. I will try that one. I basically just tried like main distributors, like ones that have mass production, because with like for so like for regular sizes, like small, medium, large, they're all the same price. But then like it's weird, like certain companies, like their shirt sizes are generally all the same price, but then when you go to other websites, like it'll be like $15, and then it'll be like for the next size up, it'll be like 17, and then 19, and then 20, and then 21, and it's like the price gap is like huge. So like I'm trying not to buy it off of that, because then at that point I have to pay shipping on it too. So I'm trying to find a place that's not like that. The one I was originally just gonna go with Jiffy shirts or whatever it is, but they are out of the certain sizes that I need. There's definitely so many fake people out there that you guys are talking about that, Dakota, like so many. I've been to a couple fake ones, and you can just tell that they're fake, but I've also been to a medium that was crazy on point, like scared me on point. Yeah, that's weird. Wouldn't want you to read the reviews. Definitely red flag. Burgers have no back or front, but I just seen the video that was done, I believe, last week. Did Harry live around you, or did he travel? So he lived generally pretty close. I'd say maybe, well, it depends if you take the expressway or not, but like, I would say generally like 30 to 40 minutes from us. He did live pretty close. He did travel. He drove there. But yeah, in New Jersey, Galloway, New Jersey. I freak myself out still. I always get scared though, because like sometimes Jeff will say things to me like, you know, like, oh, when you get your future read, like it can change because now you know it or whatever, and I'm like, you said you couldn't understand what he was saying. I've actually been around a lot of people that speak broken English, so it's funny that like there are a lot of people that say that, but like I completely understood what he was saying, and so did Jeff. But some people don't really know how to. I don't know. I've just been around a lot of people that spoke broken English in my life, so I kind of understand it better. But like, if you have a question, like somebody asked like on TikTok like what he was saying, and I just explained it to them. Hey Stella. Hey Mackenzie. That's crazy, Violet. Aw, Brienne. You're lying. Where's Jeff these days? He came on last night for a little bit. It's just been harder because we don't have somebody to babysit the kids as often. But yeah, we're hoping in a couple days we should have a babysitter, and then he'll be able to come out. Um, no, I'm not lying. This is my life. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate that. Yeah, once we get this decoy program out, like, we should probably, I would say we should have a lot more catches, which would be great. Exposing more people for what they are and warning people. I just hope it catches more traction by more people so that they can see what we post and they can see the people that they are, because, like, I can tell you for a fact that every time that I see something about a child predator in or around my area, I make sure I remember their face so that if I see them, like, I'm staying away from them, you know. I own it proudly. Yeah, Violet, I feel like that too sometimes, but like I can't ever explain it to anybody because I feel like people will just be like, what? Yes, so that's another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, that you just reminded me of. Ivy, thank you. So, I don't know if she wants to remain nameless or not, but somebody is helping us with, like I said before, with the petition and stuff like that. So we are going to start basically moving forward with that again, because of the holidays and because of like all of the people in office switching and stuff like that, because this is like the time where everybody that's in office for anything government wise changes. So we kind of wanted to wait until after all that was all over. So now we're going to proceed with that again. And basically at this point there's over 100 legislators in New Jersey, and basically we only need one to agree with what we are doing and helping us proceed forward with that, and all of you guys to help with that too, like gaining more more exposure and more people seeing it. Generally, for the moment, more people in New Jersey, because those are the people that would be writing to legislator, telling them that like they would like for stuff like that to be passed. And then for the people that aren't in New Jersey, I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to write the governor of New Jersey, encouraging that change. So yeah, so after all of that happens, we're basically going to keep pushing with that so that we can actually get that law changed so that we are able to actually arrest them. which I wish didn't have to be changed. I wish that could just be a thing. I mean, like, there's straight up facts that, like, this is happening, and I just don't think it's right that somebody has to become a victim before, you know, anything can be done about it. I just think it's terrible. And like I said to you guys last night, I really want to look into trying to find some type of therapist or, like, you know, psychiatrist or whatever that helps with child, you know, predators or, like, you know, pedophilia in general, to get them to, like, be on a card or something to hand them out when we catch somebody, for them to try and get help. I definitely want to do that too. But yeah, that's where we are with that for right now. Alright, I'm gonna still be right here, but I hope it didn't get paused. There we go. No, it doesn't, Brienne. Because basically what happens is, the prosecutor, now this generally doesn't mean that every prosecutor in New Jersey is like this, because I've heard this come from police officers, but generally, most prosecutors will not take cases like this because it was not done by a police officer or government official. So that's basically what we are wanting to get changed. Yes, definitely, Violet, and that's you know, our main goal at this point. We really do want them to pay for what they have done, because you know, there are some of them that could honestly be telling the truth that this is their first time, but I highly doubt it. Most of them have admitted to doing this type of stuff before. Well, Crystal, we never tell them how old we are. Oh, I'm sorry. I know what you mean. How you just said that question just confused me. Yes, there are generally some people that do stop talking. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen most of the time because the pictures that we use look very, very young. So the odds of them messaging means that they know that the decoy is young. But some of them honestly don't know, which I don't know how they don't know, but they don't know, and then they're like, oh, you need to get off of this app, or you need to get off of this website, whatever. Violet, so basically at this point, once we get that law passed, that's exactly how it would be. So it would be basically us working as a third party, for them to collect cases and stuff like that. We would probably work with certain police departments, because not every police department is going to be okay with that. It's kind of on their own term, I guess. But yeah, hello, Jamie. To be honest with you, Violet, I'm almost positive, I don't know if it's Illinois or if it's Arkansas, but that law is already passed in that state. I'm sorry, I can't remember if it's Illinois or if it's Arkansas, but it's one of those states that's like right in the border of that, that law is actually already passed in that state. Yes, Brienne, that has happened. People have reported our accounts, especially on MeetMe. That's why our accounts usually get taken down on there. Some of them just really don't care, and I guess they don't take down the account. But it might happen to some of you guys that become decoys, so you have to be like very careful. Like, I'll go over it more in the course. That's why we generally don't talk to people that are younger, because it could be mistaken that they could really think that that person was 18. So even though it's wrong for an 18-year-old to talk to a 14, 13, 12-year-old, doesn't mean, you know, that it's not wrong. It is wrong, but the odds of them being mistaken to think that the decoy is actually 18 are greater, so we try to stay away from, like, a certain age gap. Yeah, I totally agree, Ivy. I hope so too, but you never know. No, Brienne, because actually, um, like I was saying before with Meet Me, I actually reached out to them, and they basically said that they would not give our account back unless we were actual police and police officers. So they would not give us our account back. So it's kind of not smart to do it like that. So no, we don't reach out to them first. Yeah, sorry. Back. Thank you, Paula. I do appreciate that. I will let you know, cause I know that I think you're the only person in New Jersey that is consistently on our lives, but I'll definitely let you know, when to reach out to them. So don't do it yet, just because it hasn't been sent out to them. Hopefully it will be sent out by next week. We're trying to get our website done. Somebody's helping us with our website, probably this week or next week, so it should be up and running, because we definitely want to have that on there for contact information and stuff like that for the legislators to look at, to see what we do, what our cause is, blah 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 blah. Really, Ivy? Lexi. Hey, Lauren. I'm doing pretty well. How are you? Dealing with kitchen appliances. Aw, Dakota, thank you. That makes me happy. And I tell everyone I know about real exposures. Thank you, Dakota. That's what we want, because generally stuff like this does not really get out there, because, like I always say, the higher ups, they don't want this stuff being known, because most of them are part of it, unfortunately. I don't know why, like, it doesn't make any sense to me, but, or I guess maybe it's what sells, which is disgusting, but, like TikTok, children shaking their butts is what sells for them. I don't know why. You did, Ivy. Erin, I basically was just talking about the class. I was talking about the petition and how that's moving forward. I was talking about the TikTok video that got taken down, that ironically got put back up. Just stuff like that. I literally told everyone in my department about you guys and showed them how to use Megan's Law to be aware in their area. That's awesome, Jessica. Yes, knowledge is key. Because a lot of people actually don't even know that you can do that, which I think is crazy, but Yeah, it's funny. Everywhere I've ever lived in my life, I've always looked that up to like be aware of like what houses have child predators in them, or predators in general for sexual whatever. But yeah, that's great that you do that. Thank you. Yeah, apparently they're talking about a law for trafficking in New Jersey. I'm not completely sure of what it consists of, but I've heard little talk about it. Saw a couple articles about how our governor is trying to pass something for that, but it didn't get passed yet. Like I said, I'm not completely sure what it is, but yeah, and I can totally understand why some people do not want kids. My mom even says that to me. She's like, I don't know, like I wouldn't be able to have kids in this generation. Like it's just too crazy. Really, Jessica? Yeah, there. I mean, it's the truth though. A lot of people really don't know about it, and it's a very good tool for even when you're moving into a neighborhood. Um, you could literally move to a house that's so nice and not even know that there's one living right next to you. So yeah, it's something we definitely checked out before we moved into the house we're at. Have you told Jeff that I was in the chat? I did. I told him the other night or yesterday. Yesterday I told him. Yeah, I guess you weren't here, right? Yeah. Yeah, Lexi. Lexi, you're gonna be a great mom. I feel like some of the guys that have kids around the decoy's age would think and question themselves. I know, Brienne. I think about that too. Like, even having kids in general is just a big thing. Like, whether it be a boy or a girl or their age or anything, it's like, why don't you think to myself, would I be okay if there was a blah 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 year old man or woman talking to my blah 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 daughter or son? Girls gotta wear me out. Oh, I know, Brienne. Like, it's so weird because, like, I don't even know if he really has a daughter or not. Like, I like, kind of think he does, and I kind of think he doesn't at the same time. Like, I don't know. Because you never hear this supposed child ever. Never, never. You're welcome, Lexi. So it's a web browser. It's called, dogwatch.org, I believe. I always forget it. I forget if it's just, I feel like it's Neighborhood Watchdog or it might just be watchdog.org. But basically it shows you all the predators in a 10-mile radius of you. Or I shouldn't say child predators. It does also show you people that were charged with, like rape. It shows you people that were charged with like molestation of somebody over the age of 18. There's different colors that are highlighted that will show you what their offenses were, and then once you click on each person, it shows you their picture, their age, when they were convicted, or how many convictions they have of it. It shows you everything. So like it's public, what is it called? Sorry, having a brain fart here. Family Watchdog. Thank you, Steven. Yeah, Violet. I'm almost positive that they're supposed to do stuff like that. Like, I know, I'm not sure if it's everywhere, if it's just New Jersey, but if you are convicted of a sex crime, you are not allowed to have people come up to your house for trick-or-treating. Like, you have to put a sign on your door that says, like, they're not allowed to come up and stuff like that. So they do kind of have, like, better laws for that, but there are some where they live very close to a school. So, I mean, I don't really know. Yeah, Ivy, it is pretty scary that you don't even know. Yes, definitely, Lauren. I totally agree. I know, Violet. I feel the same way. Like, my kids are gonna think I'm crazy, but oh well. You're welcome, Giselle. Yeah, it's crazy. There's really a lot of them. I, especially like somebody in our family lives in a specific area in Texas, and there are hundreds in a 10-mile radius. Like, it's crazy how some. I feel like it's more of like overpopulated cities that are like that, but still. He's coming around. My next door neighbor is on there. He was my brother's favorite teacher. That's crazy. Well, that's awesome, Brandy. That's always how you want to have your kids be. Yeah, I feel like, not, I shouldn't say a lot, but because not everybody's like that, but there are definitely a good amount of parents that are still worried about their kids even after they turn 18, which they should be. Yes, Jesus, I am. I live in the country. Right, Jamie. Hmm. You're fine, Stephen. He's only 5 minutes away. Oh, God. Really, Violet? That's not good. Ew. Laser pointer eyes. Oh, Lexi. That's not good. Like I said, like, I'm not trying to be like people might think like I'm trying to discriminate or something, but like if you like are offender, like a sex offender in general, like I think that they should have just like maybe a state or something for them. They could just all go live there or whatever. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but like, and I'm not talking about the people that like pee like a mile away from a park and like get something like that. Like I'm talking about like people that really do stuff. Because I mean, like at that point, I feel like you're just putting them in a position to reoffend, especially if they're living in front of a school or, you know, if they're a child predator. But in general, yeah, I just feel like they should like give them their own state. Like we'll just designate one state to all of the sexual predators, and they can all just live there. Or hell, we can have a whole country and like everybody in the world that does stuff like that can go there. But that's way too far out of our reach. But you know what I mean. They're not good enough for a state. They need to. But islands have like beaches and stuff, and that's like we should like put them in a state that's like in the middle where there's nothing and it's just like desert. A different country sounds better, right? The power was off. Send them to Alaska. True, Violet. Didn't think of it that way. Into the desert. Crockpot's kind of doing the same thing he was doing last night with all the creepy like stuff. Like I want to be with you and touch you and do all this creepiness. Wash away when a hurricane starts. Yeah, that's true. There's nothing out there. Hey, Caitlin. I am being shy. Really, Violet? Everybody's always so worried about things that like don't matter instead of the things that do matter, I feel like sometimes. Trying to go to their car, go home. That's terrible. Ugh. I need some water too. It's okay, Shanoa. That's crazy about it. No, you did not, Melanie. Oops. I hate when that happens, Brienne. That's happened to me, like, before I had to go to work before, because I used to work pretty far from where I lived. Like, I'd have to leave, like, 40 minutes beforehand, and, like, I would have to be there at 6, so I would have to go out at, like, 4:30 and, like, turn my car on so that it would melt off. But there were times where I woke up late and, like, was late to work because of the ice, and I tried driving with it. Don't do it. Yes, Melanie. So far, he did answer again, like I told you guys, that one day, and then hasn't responded since then. So I'm probably gonna give it about another week, because sometimes they will keep answering, even though they say they're not going to talk anymore. And we'll see what happens from that point on. I just hope people really share that guy once I put him out there, because that guy is definitely a threat to society in general. Yeah, he definitely needs exposure, like, for sure. Yeah, definitely danger. Definitely. Although something makes me feel like he thought, might have felt something was up. Yeah, I know, Violet. I feel that same exact way too. But, oh well, it's not like he could get away from it now. I mean, like, he's still going to get exposed. Like, I don't know, but yeah, like that's what's really so sick about it, because like he's even said that, like, he's talked to first graders about porn. Like, I don't know. That's like weird, and like a big red flag that this guy does this a lot. Also has a child that's I think he said his kid was like 11. Maybe so around that age, so like young, and it's just like scary. Hey, Alicia. Yeah, seriously, Paula, like, ugh. Yeah, and honestly, at that point, like, it makes me mad. It's like I'm not gonna be played. Like I'm not gonna play that game like that he's trying to play. Like I was like, okay, like what are you asking me the same questions for? Like, and then he started asking creepy questions like, what's your best friend's name? Let me look her up on Facebook. Like, what? Like that's creepy. Like that's really creepy. Like that's like stalker mode creepy. Yeah, so you weren't I don't think you weren't really here for when we were talking to him, but basically like he said all this crazy stuff like that he used to be basically like he worked in a school for 10 years or 12 years something like that as like a computer tech, which creeps me out because that means he's good with computers. And that he would say stuff to like try to make the decoy feel like comfortable, like, oh yeah, like, you know, the first graders would ask me about like porn, and you know, like I would explain it to them, and I just didn't understand like why they would ask, like why would you explain that to a first grader, and I doubt that a first grader is going to bring that up to you, first of all. And he said that he worked at a church with his dad and like was teaching stuff to teenagers and like all this creepy stuff in like the fashion of children, and I don't know. Magnet. Right, exactly, Kim, and that's what I'm saying. Like he would ask me how far my mom worked from my house, what my house was near. Like the last conversation we had, he was like, oh, well, send me something that's close to your house so that I know where I'm gonna go. Like what? Oh, so gross. And then he, at one point, was asking me if I could send him certain pictures to prove that I was real. And I told him, I was like, I'm not doing that because I don't know you, and like, you know, this happened to somebody I know, and it's just like, I just hate when they try to play that game. Yeah, Violet, I totally feel that way too. Like, there's something very off with that guy. And like he said that he took care of like disabled people too. That was his current job. That he and somebody else would go to somebody's house like on night shift, work there, and they would take care of two disabled people. Like it just doesn't sit right with me. It's very creepy. Um, like I beg of you guys, when we post this guy, like please share this guy, please. Like I literally do not want anybody to ever fall into that dark web. What Violet said. Yeah, probably Violet. I would not even put it past you. Yeah, that's what he would say. Like you need to loosen up. Yeah, exactly. That's what he would say. Like, excuse me. And then I would be like, oh, well, okay, well, I gotta get off the phone. He's like, no, you can talk for a couple more minutes. Like, excuse me. Like, I don't know where you think you're going to be getting with. Like honestly, never mind. I'm not even gonna talk about that. But so I usually will stream for 2 hours at a general time. Basically, I was telling everybody about it. We have a lot of stuff going on right now, so it's going to take a little bit of time. I did it plan on doing it sooner, but we're going to make another channel basically on YouTube where we just talk about stuff, and then this channel will just generally be for phone calls, so that like when you see that we're live on this, that means that we're doing a phone call, and I'll go live several times during the night to do each phone call, and then we'll have another channel where we can all just talk about like whatever. And then I'll do other stuff on there, like make merch, like merch items that people order, or like crafts and stuff like that, because I like doing stuff like that. But yeah, we're just gonna try to switch it up so that basically one channel is for all of our fans to like talk, and we can talk to you because I love talking to you guys. And then the other one, this one, will be just for phone calls, to make it easier for editing and stuff like that. Randall is working on editing a video right now for basically, we'll have like the edited version of just the phone calls, because obviously I'll still come on here to talk about stuff, whatever is going on at the moment. And the videos will still be edited, but they'll be easier to edit because there won't be as much talking. It'll just generally be phone calls. It will be a 2-hour long live with 3 phone calls in it. It will just be the phone calls that are posted separately, like if you miss it, so you don't have to go and look through the through this. Makes me wonder how many other teachers talked. I hope none. I really hope none. Yes, Alicia, definitely. In the United States, this one connects to different foreign countries. Yeah. Will you still do call on other channel too, or do we go over for calls and go back to the new channel after? Yes, Kim. So that's how it'll be. So like, I'll tell you guys like, okay, like a call's gonna be coming up like in the next couple minutes, and then I will jump onto this live and I'll get on here and then we'll talk until the phone call happens, and then after the phone call's done, I'll jump back onto the other live and go on there. So like basically it's going to be a little bit more challenging, but I think it will be better for the people that do just like to come for phone calls. Oh yeah, definitely, Violet. Yeah, I definitely think a lot of those movies are definitely based on facts. It's a little glitchy. Alright, well if it happens again, please let me know. I feel like every single time I get on the Streamlabs thing, it says that there's something downloading, and I feel like that's also part of what makes it do that, but I also kind of think it's the internet. Would it be easier to edit the calls into their own video instead of switching accounts? No, Kimmy, because basically what we want to do is have some type of intro for our videos, and then at the end have something else that gives off more information for people that don't really watch our lives like that don't really get that information. So there's things that have to be put into it, which you can't do from YouTube. You have to do from a separate editor. I hope I'm not talking to myself. But yeah, and then like once you chop it up like that, what happens is the live gets deleted. So if you do it like that, like you have the option to save it, but it won't be saved as a video, it will be saved as a live. So it might be more difficult to do it that way. You think it's an internet overload? I wonder if I'm connected to Wi-Fi. No, I'm not. Shut up. I know, Violet. Oh, we love you too, Tori. Stop it. Stop it, Paula. I guess you guys can't see me anymore. Can you guys still see me? I know it's like super delayed, but yeah. Okay, cool. I don't know what is going on next to me. You guys probably can't hear it, but I don't think we're red. You think so? You really felt that way, Violet? I mean, there's definitely celebrities that I think are creepy. If you could see Alyssa, send her. Alright guys, I was getting confused. I just think it's really delayed. Is that a good thing? Hey, Jules. I'll be right back, guys. I have to go get a charger. Aw, thanks, Ivy. Really, Violet? Yeah, I really don't know, because, like, sometimes I feel like I am, and then sometimes I feel like I'm not. So I don't really know. 28 masks. It's so crazy. It's like once they turn that heater off, it's like instantly cold in like a minute. Yeah, Violet, give me all your knowledges when you have a chance to. I'm like really into stuff like that, but I don't know, it's hard for me to keep up with sometimes. Yeah, some of them do really make me feel drained, and then there's others that like just make me angry, you know? Like there's some of the people I talk to, they just make me so angry because of the way like that they put themselves out there as if they were talking to a child. Like it makes me so mad. Oh, it's buffering again. Come on. Thank you, Shanoa. Whole body soon to it up. Crockpot last night, and I tried uploading it last night, and I don't even know if it completely uploaded yet, but